SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamech is the 4th IP in the SteamWorld series and 5th game overall. Our adventure begins with two wannabe heroes, Armilli and Copernica, on a quest to prove themselves to the guild so that they may one day rise up and be as noble as the revered hero, Gilgamech. And what better way to impress the guild than by thwarting an invading army? The plot is nothing to write home about, but it does have its charm amidst cliches. As you wander around small, interconnected maps, you'll find treasures, solve puzzles, and fight tons and tons of enemy robots. SteamWorld Quest is a turn-based card RPG. In your party of 3, each member can stock their hand with 8 cards for a total of 24 in battle. These cards will cycle randomly in your hand as you play up to 3 at a time. For example, you could do 2 sword attacks with Armilli and do a fire spell with Copernica. Or, for a bonus effect, you could use 3 cards from the same character and it will trigger a 4th attack which corresponds to your weapon's special property. Another thing to note about the cards is their cost. Some have none, and once used, they will build gears in a meter up above. Other cards cost gear points, so while it may be effective to have, let's say, a level 4 card in your roster, being able to use it will take time. There are tons of cards you will gather for your party, and the strategies you implement will be all your own. You can even craft and upgrade cards at the shop. I know this may sound a bit complicated. I must admit, going in, I was nervous. Card games aren't really my forte, but once I understood they were simply stand-ins for attacks, well, everything sort of clicked. Yes, there are a lot of variables that can happen when combining effects, so you can make the game as easy or as complicated as you want it to be. Thankfully, this is no Magic the Gathering. The closest equivalent I can think of is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. That said, I do have some actual problems with the game. SteamWorld Quest begins so good. Everything for the first few hours is new, from the enemy designs to the environments. Then, not long in, they start to implement the thing I hate the most in RPGs, repurpose enemies with a literal new coat of paint. It's a small game, so I get the limitations, but it even happens with bosses. The same goes for environments. It's not awful by any means, the gameplay is still brilliant, but the lack of diversity made the game feel a bit, let's say cheap. When a 10-hour game has about 3 hours of originality, that's a bit of a letdown. Don't misunderstand me though. SteamWorld Quest didn't quite hit the same highs as Dig 2 or Heist, but it was still an excellent, albeit small adventure that I was glued to on my Switch. It's another wonderful addition to the SteamWorld IP, and one I can't wait to see a sequel of. Hopefully, if it does happen, it can fix my issues and become something truly worthy of Gilgamech himself. If you like this video and want to see more from me, then subscribe to my channel, and also check out my articles over at The Gamer. All these links and more are in the description notes below. Thanks for watching!